What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it's to talk about Arsenal versus United. Yes, I still ain't over it. And specifically the player ratings, the Arsenal player ratings. It was a fantastic performance from all the boys. You know, sometimes when we have a good performance, there's usually one or two players that haven't played as well as everyone else. But I tell you what, everybody stepped up today. Everybody. I say today because at the time I'm doing this, I excuse me. At the time I'm doing this, it's obviously tonight, but I just thought I'll drop it for you guys if you wanted to watch it on the way to work. And to me, it was a great performance. Great performance by so many, but as a collective, I had to give out. Normally, I leave the manager's rating to the very end, but to me, I thought Emery was a 9 today because you know what? Fuck that, a 10 today. Because here's the thing, he came back from quite honestly a day where I thought he didn't do anything right. I gave him a 2 for last Thursday just because I felt like he didn't do anything right. The selections, the tactics, how he set up, everything I felt was wrong on Thursday. And to go from that to face a very confident... Listen, we talk about the fact that United fans were cocky, but to be honest, they had a right to be cocky. You know, their away record was formidable, especially as of late. Arguably, they were more of a form team than even City or Liverpool were. So I think to face them and take them on in the way that we did, I thought was a brave decision, particularly when you saw the lineup. The lineup for me was adventurous, to say the least. I'm going to lie. It made me nervous. It was even a talking point with the pundits, which is why whenever the pundits try and play us down, I always find it hilarious, you know, whenever they try and play down the achievements of Arsenal. Because, you know, United is their special baby. But no, we matched them in the first half. And then in the second half, we managed that performance a little bit, caught them on the break, got the penalty, even though I thought the penalty was soft, and it was 2-0. And to be honest, I'm really proud of the boys. I thought they played really well. And I think everyone has a right to enjoy it. Yes, it's important that we don't get carried away. Because if one thing Arsenal fans are very good at doing is getting carried away. Because just as sure, as high as we are right now, from the victory of beating United, come Thursday, if we go on to lose that game, you can bet your ass our confidence will take a major hit. Nevertheless, for me, I just wanted to just say that. Well done, Emery. I thought you were fantastic in the way I felt that you managed the game, the way you started the game. It was such an attacking team. You know, given the fact that xhaka was our only defensive midfielder. I mean, even saying that now just sounds nuts. But he was the best player on our team. I think that had a lot to do with the fact that I said it in my review, and I feel like it's still the case, that if Herrera had played today, I think United would have had more success. But they just paid xhaka way too much respect. They gave him way too much space, way too much respect. And when you do that with Granit Xhaka, he's going to dictate the game. You know, when you're not pressing him, he's going to dictate the game. And it only occurred to them towards the last 15 minutes of the game to actually start pressing Granit Xhaka. And that was when Granit started to do a couple of dodgy passes. But other than that, I felt like he was able to dictate the game. They respected him. So xhaka in turn disrespected them. It's as simple as that. But fair play to him, because I have also given him a lot of stick. Anyway, you didn't ask for me to give a little rundown of everything I thought. You wanted the player ratings, so here we go. Player ratings. Leno, for me, let me get this out of the way, was the man of the match. 9 out of 10. This kid is turning into a good goalkeeper. You know, I could eat humble pie, you know. I never thought he was shit, but I was reluctant to say he was a good goalkeeper just yet. Like, he needed to convince me. Actually, what I like, forget the fact that he's good at saving penalties. Actually, it's his composure I like. His composure in making decisions that I actually really like. You know, there were a couple of times where Lukaku came in and listen, Lee was having a lot of fun at Lukaku's expense during the review. But to be honest, in the first 20 minutes, I actually thought Lukaku and Rashford looked like a threat. There were a couple of times that they got in behind, and Leno made a couple of really good, underrated, close-range saves that prevented it from going in. They did hit the post as well, but I felt like Leno had that covered. Yeah, it was just a really good all-round. He's really commanding and calm, but I think that in turn transfers in the team, apart from when Squadron plays. So, but for me, I give Leno a 9 out of 10. My man in the match. Seems harsh not to give him 10 out of 10. Fuck it, he got a clean sheet. 10 out of 10. The hell am I talking about? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, clean sheet, good performance. I think his calming influence then radiated into the team. What more do I want from a goalkeeper? 10 out of 10. Prepare for high marks for a lot of these guys. Let's talk about the three centre-backs, because they did play a three at the back. I don't think many people realise that. Socrates, I thought, had a decent shout of being also man of the match. I thought he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Bar a couple of chances like Lukaku had. To be honest, he kept Lukaku quiet. Kept Rashford quiet too. I like this partnership that him and Koscielny have. They have a really good understanding. Unfortunately, both these motherfuckers are over 30. But other than that, I actually really like their partnership. So 9 out of 10 for me for Socrates. Koscielny, again, someone I have said is finished. I'd be scared to carry him into next season. I do think what Lee was talking about in the review is correct. I'm not sure how much he really has left after this season. Having said all that, to get to the end of the season, he's going to be vital. He's our captain. Occasionally doesn't necessarily play like it, but yesterday was one of those times. 8 out of 10. Monreal, I thought was very, very good. Very, very good. I have an app that does player ratings, and it gave him like a 6.5. And I was like, hey, did we watch different games? But then it was interesting because then I was speaking to Lee on our show, and he didn't even realize Monreal played. So I guess that's a testament to the fact that he did his job and they did their job collectively. Yeah, because to me, I never saw him fuck up. He just quietly went about his business. That's Monreal in a nutshell. So I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Kolasinac. For me, he's another one who was in running for man of the match. I thought was superb throughout the entire game. He was a threat with those crosses. He was a threat with his runs. And actually, defensively, was excellent. 9 out of 10. And legitimately the best performance I've seen him have in an Arsenal shirt. Brilliant. 9 out of 10. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, barring the first 20 minutes or so, I thought was excellent. Again, throughout the match, constantly making dangerous runs, providing that overlap, hitting one of those low crosses in that he likes. Defensively was really good, particularly in the second half. Was so good. There were a couple of times, there was one run in particular I remember where Rashford had a head start on him. He basically just took the ball and just skinned Maitland-Niles. But Maitland-Niles kept running after him. And then when Rashford kind of didn't know what to do, he caught him, got the ball back off him. I thought, yes, That's what I want to see from you, son. I feel sorry for him because the only way he's going to get in this team is as a right back. So if this is his future, I need him to be this consistent. I need him to be better. I need him to be like today. For me, I'll give Maitland-Niles an 8 out of 10. Let's talk about Granit Xhaka. Would have got a 10 from me if it wasn't for a couple of dodgy passes that he got just towards the end. But other than that, I thought it was a 9 out of 10. I thought it was fabulous. Dictated the game, to be perfectly honest. Absolutely dictated the game, and I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Aaron Ramsey. Listen, I never thought I'd say this. I'm going to miss that kid. I really am. I'm going to miss that kid. The way he runs and everything, I'm going to miss that kid. Man, wow. Especially in the opening 15, 20 minutes, him and Xhaka were running the show. They were legitimately running the show. Man, it don't feel right to give him anything less than a 9, so I'm going to give him a 9. 9 out of 10. I can eat my words. 9 out of 10. Right. So let's talk about Mesut Ozil. Have I covered everyone in the middle? Yeah. So Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil played in a different type of way today. So I thought he made a couple of nice little passes and that. But actually, what I liked about Mesut was I actually thought he worked really hard today. Really hard today. So I'm going to give him an 8. Not necessarily because he created stuff, but actually because I felt like he dropped deep when he needed to. It was a very disciplined performance. Actually, I think Emery would have really enjoyed his performance. It might give Emery something else to think about now for all you people who love Ozil, who love Ozil no matter what. I think today, or I say today, when I released this yesterday, we'll show Emery that, oh, okay, maybe Ozil can take my instruction and can apply it and can work hard for the team. Good. I like him, Mesut. It wasn't pretty, but I actually thought he did well. And did. Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought he did well. 8 out of 10. I'm going to save Aubameyang till last. Lacazette, I thought was another one who I thought was excellent. Very, very good. Worked hard. Got the penalty, even though I thought it was a little bit of a soft penalty. Was just a constant nuisance in that United defense, you know, between him and I think Aubameyang's off the ball running, but I think I just think he bamboozled Smalling, bamboozled Lindelof, poor Lindelof. I have never seen Lindelof play so badly. I quite like Lindelof as a player, but he bamboozled Lindelof. And yeah, for me, I actually thought it was a good performance too. And also, I like the little thing that he kind of gave Aubameyang the confidence to take the penalty, which I will talk about shortly. But yeah, for me, I'll give Lacazette an 8 out of 10. By the way, sorry, I didn't even talk about the goal that Granit Xhaka hit. For me, I thought it was you know what I liked about the goal for Granit Xhaka? Actually, lots of people are blaming the goalkeeper. And I must admit, if that was Leno that let that in, I'd be pretty disappointed. But I think that's why people scream shoot, shoot, shoot all the time when a player can have the opportunity of shooting. Because sometimes you can just wrong foot a goalie. And I think that's what happened. You know, Granit did take the shot quite quickly. And I think it just genuinely wrong-footed the goalkeeper. So yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. Let's talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I thought he was okay in the match. I didn't think he was doing anything particularly special. I thought he was still being a bit lightweight with certain things. But I could see some effort there. But for me, my man gets an 8 alone for having the brass balls to step up and take that penalty. I ain't gonna lie, that was some gutsy shit. That was some real gutsy shit. Given how 1 week prior, he missed a last-minute penalty against the Spuds of all people. But he didn't let that deter him. If anything, it motivated him to score this penalty. And I have to give him credit for that. You know, he's got a lot of balls, and they're all hairy, apparently. so yeah, I've got to give him an 8 out of 10. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And fair play to Lacazette, like I said before. Lacazette essentially picked up the ball. And I think everybody just assumed that Lacazette will go on and score this. Gave it to Uber and said, "You got this." Basically, you got this. He was like touching on the face, basically saying, "Don't you worry, you're gonna score this. This is all you. You got this." And it was a nice little callback to last season where Lacazette was struggling for goals and Uber was on a hat trick and he gave the ball to Lacazette and said, "You got this," and it helped Lacazette go out, like kick on for the rest of the season. So that was a nice touch. I love their relationship, man. I ain't gonna lie, I love their relationship. But yeah, for me, I gotta give Uber an 8 out of 10. So let's talk about the substitutes. Iwobi came on and caused some couple of problems, showed some nice, decent touches here and there. Put in a couple of nice balls. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Suarez, I'm liking what I'm seeing from this kid. He's a little feisty one. There was one point where on the right-hand side, he had this ball and he was trying to kind of protect it. And the person almost basically got the ball from him. But like Suarez is a little terrier. It was like, "No, fuck this. You ain't getting the ball from me." And he actually generated a foul from it. And I thought, okay, I like what I'm seeing from this kid. Really like what I'm seeing from this kid. For me, I give Suarez a 6 because I like that. And then Eddie came on for a little cameo, but I won't rate that because it was literally, I think, a 6-minute cameo that he came on for. And like I said, for me, Emery gets a 9 out of 10. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it from me. You let me know what your 1 to 10 ratings are. There's always someone bitching about the fact of what mark I've given someone. Let me know what your mark is down below. And I'll comment. I promise I'll comment. So let me know what your 1 to 10 rating is for everybody. I'm sure you're like me. You're going to be floating into work, looking for those United fans, because I know I am. My dad being one of them. I'm waiting to see him. Never mind speak to it. See him. But you guys let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate it when you guys do that. Really drive those likes up. I mean, let's see if we can get player ratings. So let's see if we can get 75 likes. Let's see if we can get past 75 likes. All right, people. I'm out of here. Take care. Deuces.